Hello and welcome to another week. Today has been pretty uneventful. I've been by myself a lot and that always makes me feel quite, well, isolated obviously, but I haven't been feeling lonely so much as just really in my head. I was going to say sometimes that's not a good thing. I'm not sure that's ever a good thing. But I haven't been feeling too bad. I did some yoga, which was nice, and ordered some refills for medication. So I've done quite a few good things today. And by good, I don't mean like fun. I just mean good as in good for me, if that makes sense. I'm in a very weird mood. I think I should just stop talking and go to bed. So that's what I'm gonna do. I tell you one thing, if I am ever able to shower every day without having to worry about my energy, I will never take it for granted, because having a shower is so good for your mental health. It just makes you feel so much better. I was waiting until today to wash my hair because tomorrow I'm having my hair cut. Finally! It's taken a long time to organise this. I think I mentioned it, I don't know how many videos ago now, but quite a few, that she had to cancel because she was ill, and then we had another appointment, but then she had to cancel it because her car was broken down and it was in the garage. So very excited about that tomorrow. However, a little bit worried because I do have a bit of a sore throat, and it's more the kind of thick throat that you kind of associate with like glands than it is like really sore. I've also had a pretty bad headache today and been a little bit blocked up, so I really hope I'm not coming down with anything. Both my parents are quite ill at the moment. My mum's got a throat thing, my dad's got a cold, so I've been desperately trying to avoid getting ill. The problem is, when all your food is prepared by two people who aren't very well, it can be somewhat inevitable that you catch whatever they have. And if I do catch it, if this does develop into full-on virus, and I don't even want to say the word infection, it can really set me back a long way. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen, and fingers crossed that tomorrow I wake up and I feel perfectly fine. Unfortunately, I am not feeling good today. Every time I woke up in the night, I could feel that my throat was getting a little bit worse and a little bit worse. But I have not cancelled my haircut. She's coming in like 15 minutes because I just want to get rid of my long hair. Like I need it to be cut. I just can't deal with it any longer. I mean, it doesn't take very long for her to cut it because it's a dry cut. So hopefully I'll be alright. And hopefully I'll feel much better when it's done. Not physically obviously, but mentally, because it's been dragging on for ages and I feel really self-conscious when my hair's longer. I know that may seem a bit strange because a lot of people feel self-conscious when their hair's shorter, but for me when it's longer I feel, I don't know, like just not right. It's really heavy and it doesn't make me feel good, so I'm really looking forward to getting it cut today. And then I'm just gonna crawl back into bed and continue watching Queer Eye on Netflix, which is, oh my god, amazing. Like I love it. I hope they do more series because it's amazing. Ta-da! I've got my hair cut. It's so much lighter and nicer and a healthier feel to it. Really happy that I got it done today, despite the fact that I honestly felt like death afterwards. I just about made it up to my bed and then I just pretty much collapsed and crashed out. Blinding headache, my nose is really stuffy, my throat so sore, and I slept for 45 minutes to an hour, which has helped a little bit because I didn't sleep much last night. I actually wasn't feeling too bad this morning. By that I mean like much worse than usual. And I thought, oh, this is going to be fine, like I'm going to ride out this cold, it's not going to affect me that much. But after my haircut, oh my god. I tell you what, being normal people sick should be illegal when you're chronically ill. It just shouldn't be allowed. My parents both have this cold, and my mum had to come home from work today early and she's not going in tomorrow, which is a big thing because my mum never takes a sick day. So if that's how it affects my mum, then I know that it's going to be pretty bad for me over the next couple of days. Hopefully it won't last too long. That's what I'm really worried about. It's not so much the intensity of how ill I'm going to feel, it's how long that is going to last for. Anytime I get an infection, and I know this is an infection, it's a virus, I mean like touch wood, I get much more severely ill and I can be bedbound for like months at a time, and that is my biggest fear whenever I get normal people sick. I'm gonna have some dinner and then have a really early night, listen to Harry Potter and just try my best to get as much sleep as possible. It's day 3 of normal people sick, or as I think I'm going to start calling it muggle sick, because someone on Instagram told me that term and I like it a lot. So, day 3 of Muggle Sick. I didn't really sleep last night. Every time I went to sleep, the pain in my sinuses woke me up. I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot today. I think there will be several naps involved today and not a whole lot of getting out of bed. This is the most ill I've felt in a really, 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 really long time. I think probably since I had my worst Herx reaction during IV antibiotics. And I'm not feeling the same symptoms, obviously, but it's that level of ill. Problem is, I'm just in excruciating pain in my sinuses, so I'm just kind of stuck like this, trying to distract myself by playing Candy Crush and listening to Harry Potter audiobooks. But those have stopped working now, and I really don't know what to do because it's getting to an unbearable level. I haven't been able to nap because the pain is too bad and I feel too ill. I have no idea how I'm going to sleep tonight. It's nearly 5 p.m, which means it's tablet time and snack time. I'm treating myself to bananas. I'm not supposed to have bananas on my diet because they're really high in fructose, which aggravates my candida in my gut. But when I'm really ill, bananas are literally one of the only things that I want to eat. So, treating myself to that today. I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. I just had excruciating pain in my sinuses every time I breathed in, breathed out, and that's, well, all the time. And I'm also having a lot of stomach pain because I'm taking so many painkillers and they're irritating my stomach. And they're not even getting rid of my pain, so it's like, why am I taking them? But they're just dulling it ever so slightly, so it keeps it on the bearable side. Yesterday was the most ill I felt in a really long time. Today is worse than that. I don't know what tonight or tomorrow is going to be like. Kind of a bit scared about it, to be honest, because if tomorrow is worse than today, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. My voice is like a whole octave lower than it is normally and I keep being reminded of the Friends episode where Phoebe has a cold and she sings in like a low voice and she calls it her sexy voice. Not that I think this voice is sexy, I should say. My mum came into my room this morning and she said, "Oh, it sounds like you've got a comedy cold," because it's like a classic cold, sore throat voice. It's very weird. I'm going to go to bed now and hopefully I'll get more sleep than I did last night. Thank goodness today has not been worse than yesterday. I was so worried when I went to bed last night because my pain was so bad and I thought if this is worse tomorrow, I'm going to have to go to A&E. I'm going to have to do something drastic. For anyone with chronic illness, that is the last thing you want to do because it's just the worst place to be. And I know that that sounds backwards and crazy to people who are normal, but I know that people who are chronically ill will understand. But it didn't happen. I'm feeling slightly better today. My pain has been at a manageable level all day, and actually it's been getting very slightly better throughout the day. And I actually had a shower and washed my hair for the first time since Tuesday. And I know that that is gross and disgusting and horrible, but that's the reality of life with chronic illness. Or I should say life with extra illness, because the reason I couldn't shower and wash my hair was because of this virus. Because my pain is at a manageable level right now, as I'm about to go to bed, I'm really hopeful that I'll get a good night's sleep and hopefully I'll feel much better tomorrow. It's Mother's Day tomorrow here in the UK, so I'd really like to be able to spend a little bit of time with my mum, as opposed to lying in a dark room, which is basically all I've been able to do for the last 3 or 4 days. I have not been feeling massively better today as I thought I was going to, which has been quite disheartening. As you can probably tell, my voice is almost back to normal, which is obviously a good sign. But yeah, just been feeling pretty out of sorts today and not myself mentally. I mean, I'm just a bit irritable and that's not good because it's Mother's Day and I want it to be happy and involved and stuff. Today marks the end of another week and so it's the end of another video. This week has been really tough. I mean, getting any sort of acute infection on top of chronic illness is always going to be really, really difficult. So this week was inevitably going to be pretty tough. But it did exceed my expectations. Tomorrow is a new week, however, so hopefully it'll be a better one and I'll start getting back to my level of normal. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you again next week. Bye!